Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 9 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters we're going to start. Linear functions, and the lessons we're going to cover today are identify linear functions, find the slope of a graph, find a missing coordinate using slope, find the slope from two numbers. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. On grade 9 math, the chapter we are on right now is linear functions. Let's just start with the first lesson, that identify linear functions. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? So when we are given with the graph, how do we identify if a graph is linear or non-linear? To determine whether the function is linear or non-linear, see whether the graph is a straight line. If graph is a straight line, that means that function is the linear function, right? So the graph is not straight line. The function is non-linear. A function whose graph is a straight line is linear function. The graph of a non-linear function is not a straight line. Got it? So for the linear function, the graph must be a straight line. Let's just start with the test questions. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? Linear function it is because straight line. So that is a linear function. The correct option is linear. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear function? Non-linear it is because graph is not a straight line, so that is a non-linear function. That is a linear function because the graph is a straight line. The correct option is linear. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? So which is the correct option? Linear function it is, right? Because the graph is a straight line. So that is a linear function. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? Non-linear it is, right? The correct option is non-linear because the graph is not a straight line. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? So which is the correct option? Non-linear it is, right? The function is non-linear. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? Yes, linear function it is because graph is a straight line. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? Non-linear it is, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, right? The graph shows a function. Is the function. And the next lesson is Find the slope of a graph. Let's just start with the next lesson. Look at this graph. What is the slope? You have to find the slope of the graph. How do we find? The slope of the graph is change in y divided by change in x. The slope is, hold on. The slope, we can represent it by m, that is change in y divided by change in x. That is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? So that is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So just look at the graph. You have to select 2 points on the graph. First one is any 2 point, right? This one and this one. On this point, the x is 2, y is 0. And on this point, the x is 3 and the y is 5. Just use these 2 points and calculate the slope. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So just put up the values. y2 minus y1. 5 minus 0. This is y2. This is y1. x2 minus x1. 3 minus 2. That is 5 divided by 1. So the slope is 5. The correct option is 5. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, look at this graph. What is the slope? You need to find the slope. Let me tell you another easy way to calculate the slope, right? Select any 2 points on the graph, this one and this one, right? Make a triangle of these points like this, right? So this is change in y, 1, 2, 3, 3 units and x. So change in y divided by change in x, that means the slope is 3. The correct option is 3. So the slope is 3. Got it. The correct option is 3. Okay, look at this graph. What is the slope? So you have to find the slope. So you can just select any 2 points on the graph. For example, this one and this one, right? Like you can select any 2 points. So the coordinates for this point is x is 50, y is 10. For this one, x is 60, y is 30. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So the slope is y2 minus y1. 30 minus 10 divided by 60 minus 50. That is 20 over 10. So the slope is 2. The correct option is 2. Got it? The slope is 2. Look at this point. Isn't it the same one? No, that's not the same. Look at this graph. What is the slope? So which is the correct option? You have to find the slope. So you can solve the question in your notebook and let me know the answer, right? Or let me just find the slope. Just select any 2 points, this one and this one. This is 4 and this is 1. So change in y divided by change in x. So the slope is 4. The correct option is 4. So the correct option is 4. Look at this graph. What is the slope? So which is the correct option? The slope is, you can calculate the slope on your notebook, right? The correct option is 3. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next one. Okay, the next one is find a missing coordinate using slope. The points negative 6p and negative 8, 9 fall on the line with a slope of negative 7. What is the value of p? You are given the slope and the points on the graph, right? But one of the coordinate is missing. How do we find the missing coordinate, right? We have to use a formula that we use to calculate the slope. That is slope equals change in y divided by change in x, right? So now just use the coordinates. Change in y. This is x1, y1. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So y2 minus y1, 9 minus p. Here it is. Then minus 8 minus negative 6, right? So that would be 9 minus p divided by minus 2. You have to cross multiply and solve the equation for p. Got it? You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself. They are already solved. Let's just start with the test questions. A line that includes the point negative 2, 3 and negative 3s has a slope of 10. What is the value of s? So just use the formula, that is m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So y2 minus y1. The slope is 10. Y2 minus y1. S minus 3. S is y2 and this is y1. Then x2 minus x1. So that would be 10 equals s minus 3 divided by negative 3 plus 2. That is 10 equals s minus 3 over negative 1, right? So multiply negative 1 other side. Negative 10 equals s minus 3. Move now 3 other sides. That would be then added negative 10 plus 3. So s equals negative 7. So that means the missing coordinate s equals negative 7. Got it? S equals negative 7. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? That is option number 1. A line has a slope of negative 5, includes the points negative 1t and negative 2, negative 3. What is the value of t? So just use the same formula we use for the slope. That is negative 5 equals y2 minus y1. Negative 3 minus t divided by x2 minus x1. So that is negative 5 equals negative 3 minus t divided by negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 5 is 5. That equals negative 3 minus t, right? Move negative 3 other side, so that would be added. 5 plus 3 equals negative t. Negative t equals 8. And then t equals negative 8. The correct option is negative 8. T equals negative 8. So the correct option is negative 8. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Sorry, -8 is the correct option. The points 6t, 4, -9 fall on a line with a slope of 2. What is the value of t? So the slope is 2. That is y2 minus y1 -9 minus t divided by x2 minus x1. 2 equals -9 minus t divided by -2. So -9 minus t equals -4. So negative t equals -4 plus 9. Negative t equals 5 and t equals -5. So the correct option is t equals -5. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is t equals -5. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? The point -8k and 10 fall on a line with a slope of 3. What is the value of k? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? What is the value of k? The correct option is 9. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is find the slope from 2 points. Now you are given the 2 points, you have to calculate the slope. So let's just start with the test questions. You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself. Okay, find the slope of the line that passes through 1, 4 and 9, 9. So you are given 2 points. You need to calculate the slope, right? So you have to use the same formula for the slope we're already using, that is m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? So this is x1, y1, this is x2 and y2, right? So y2 minus y1, that is 9 minus 4. Then x2 minus x1, that is 9 minus 1. So 9 minus 4 is 5, 9 minus 1 is 8. So the correct option is option number 2, that is 5 over 8. The correct option is the second one. Got it, everyone? So the correct option is option number 2, that is 5 over 8. Okay, the next one is find the slope of the line that passes through 7, 9 and 114. Okay, let's just calculate the slope. That is m equals y2 minus y1, that is 14 minus 9 and 1 minus 7. 14 minus 9 is 5 and 1 minus 7 is negative 6. That is negative 5 over 6. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? So the correct option is option number 2. That is negative 5 over 6 is the correct option. Which is the correct option? The correct option is negative 3 by 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. Find the slope of the line that passes through 10, 5 and 2, 12. So which is the correct option? The correct option is that is negative 7 over 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is 7 over 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is 3 over 2. Option number 2 is the no. Option number 1 is the correct option. That's negative 3 by 2, right? Oh, 3 by 2 it is. Okay, got it. The correct option is 5 over 2. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 9 math. The chapter we were working on is linear functions. The lessons we have covered today are identify linear functions, find the slope of the graph, find a missing coordinate using graph. The one we have just finished is find the slope of 2 points, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So that's all for today. If you have any questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can please ask questions. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Questions? Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.